Christmas is ruined. No Jack Della.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event.
Live from HBF Stadium Festival Hall. Melbourne Pavilion. Not even backstage. We're literally outside.
Was that the best fight card in Australian MMA history?
Call me crazy, but make sure you call me when I'm right.
Be good if the Aussie MMA Instagram page would give us a bit of glow up because
welcome to the Australian MMA podcast. My name is Tinley, and we have another update for UFC 312. And despite all the rumours, I am hearing that unfortunately we will not be getting Jack Della versus Kamaru Usman February 9th, UFC 312 in Sydney. We won't be getting Jack Della at all.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
It just hasn't come to fruition, and March is more likely, and it will be potentially international. I do not think the Usman fight will happen at all, let alone in Sydney. Sad news. Christmas is ruined. Everybody just... no one go to Sydney. It's not happening. However, look, there will be still some great fights. I mean, look, other sad news. Casey O'Neill has revealed that, unfortunately, that she will not be on the card either. There's sort of... she said on Twitter, someone asked her, she said basically the card's full, which is what I've heard previously as well, that everyone kind of they have planned on the card is already on the card. Someone who is locked in, who I don't even think knew he was locked in, unless he just didn't tell me, Mr. Tom Nolan, Big Train. UFC's very high on him. I think 2-1 in the UFC so far. Absolutely vicious, violent man. Who will potentially be a contender in a few short years. He has signed a multi-fight deal and has an opponent for UFC 312 against Vyacheslav Borshichev, is the Russian man. 10-4, I think he is. Tommy Nolan. It's going to be a super fun fight. We do have... the great man who has also signed another multi-fight deal along with his brother, Justin Taffer. He is booked for UFC 312, which is very, very good against Teixeira, who's from the Dana White Contender Series. You would have seen him. He was a fun fighter as well. They are booked for UFC 312. So I think that's 7 fights down because I'm hearing a strong rumbling that the great Cody Haddon might be on the card. Still yet to confirm. But so we've got about, 5, 6 more fights to make. Like we said, the card is full. So it'd be very interesting to see who they sort of book. Haven't heard anything about John O'Micallef. Haven't heard anything about Jake Matthews. That we heard rumours of Diego Lopez and Volk for the interim 45-pound belt. I don't think that's happening. I'd say it's definitely not. They're not going to put 3 title fights on as good as Volk is and whatnot. I just don't see it happening. But once again, speaking out of my ass, so it's going to be an interesting card. We still obviously need one more banger. I haven't heard much from Urseg, despite him being in the same town as me. So we will see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Urseg on the card. And I do believe Jack Jenkins is officially booked as well, with more to be officially released soon. But that's the UFC 312 update so far. Give us a subscribe. Maybe I have CTE. Give us a subscribe. Let us know in the comments who you think should be, what you've heard, all that sort of nonsense. Other than that, stay safe. See you next time.
PRP Global and Vex have joined forces, so keep an eye out. Launching mid-November, they've got a new Vex website and new MMA fightwear range releasing shortly. Vex, designed for combat and worn by the best in Australia.